I've not had to deal with, you know, level of shame stuff, right? I hope it just ensues, because it is. This is tough love, all right? Because, number one, you're fucking lucky that I do love you. No one's ever done for you what I did for you, and likely nobody ever will. That's another fact. It's kind of a big one. Kind of a big one. Now, am I the biggest dick that's ever lived for making this public like this? Probably. I'll live in it. But will they also say, this is innovative? This was fundamentally good. It was a good try. It's a good attempt. Something worth trying. So they're going to say that in history. Because we're going to take down some fucking dirty people. And we need you people back. So get your heads out of your asses. And, you know, when you're feeling better, come back with an apology and you'll be welcome back. And I'll do the same. If I'm ever found to be wrong in the end, that is worthy of an apology, you have my commitment, every single one of you. Every single one of you. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, I think we're going to be successful. I feel it in my bones. I know we're on the right path. I know we got the right recipe. You see it. You see it surviving in this sea. You see what reaction it's causing in people. I mean, this Tiffany Yar down in Kentucky is absolutely obsessed. Now, first of all, everybody, a little update. I think I'm going to put this on, I'll flip this right at the end. So, it has its own piece. Dave Weigel, February 19th, 2026, reporting from, None of Your Business, for the Family Court Fraud Warrior Project, of course, on an update for the Cindy Adams, Josh Anderson, campaign case in focus, with two little girls that we're going to remain nameless right now to just be sensitive. They are under 18. And I've gotten to know Cindy quite well. She understands that I'm a public guy. It's an important piece of who I am. And that's kind of how we met. And eventually, I do believe in absolute privacy, but I also believe in just honesty and, you know, not hiding shit. So, yeah, we've become an item. Me and Cindy are dating. It's cute. We are in the initial parts. This never happened before. I believe I've reported this before, but maybe not to this audience. So there's also that little extra care involved in this. Not only is it a Warrior Project mission, right? And listen, you know, she knows her case is no more important or less important than every single one in this project and everyone out there that haven't come in yet. That's the way it has to work. It has to work that way. Otherwise, it's bullshit. Otherwise, it's not what it says. It's not what it is. It's the whole thing is then just, it's bullshit. It's just bullshit. So it has to be. But do I want to succeed for Cindy real bad? The way you would for potentially a new girlfriend? Yeah, she's been on the phone chatting with Georgie up a storm. It's, you know, very adult, you know. She understands we have this life together and we're raising these kids and we opted for peace and they both respect it and we're getting along swimmingly. Weird enough. And Georgie's seeing somebody too. He's a nice guy. I think I scared the shit out of him when I jumped on and said, "Hey, how you doing?" I had a great line for Georgie's new boyfriend. So I told him, I was like, "Hey man, you ever hear that saying, happy wife, happy life?" I was like, "I'm changing it. It's called happy ex-wife, happy life." And I ran off. And he was like, ah! That was funny. I thought that was a good line. He'll let it set in a little bit. So what the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Cindy. we've become a little bit of an item. We're at a little bit of a crossroads here. Have to update everybody and say that because this affects everybody. This affects Cindy. This affects everybody in our county. This affects everybody who also sits in front of Judge Tiffany Yar. This affects every other person exposed to that power system. This is being allowed. This circus, this complete ignorance of due process and law is being allowed to exist. Now, not only that place, that's kind of the point of the Warrior Project. It's everywhere. Now, you have to understand, everybody, a dirty judge's only defense. Think about it. Look at the law. What I am doing has to be harassment, has to be something that makes her fear her life. Well, unfortunately, here are the facts that cannot be ignored, the fundamental facts. Judge Tiffany Yar, do 53-year-old non-criminal fiduciaries, after 53 years of life, by the way, heavily tested, heavily scrutinized, heavily vetted, integrity, no criminal background whatsoever, no criminal conviction at all, but she has to feel that her life's in danger from me, from my journalism. People, it has to be. She has to fit that box. If she doesn't fit that, she's got nothing. This is First Amendment. This is reporting of facts. She could be coming after me for fraud or lies. No, we're showing everybody her own words, who she is. We're describing the events as we understand them. We're just telling the truth. This is so radical. This is throwing this whole courthouse up in arms. Did freak them out when I arrived in Kentucky. That was a really nice trip. Yeah, I did say I was going to fuck up your world, but she outright knows that means her career. We say all the time, violence does not solve anything, and I don't have the propensity for it. You think not offing my ex's boyfriend and lawyer? These people stole my children. They stole my children. If I was capable of harming somebody, those people. You're just work, lady. You're just my 9 to 5. That's it. So no, sorry, that's not going to fly. Cindy's very, very scared. Judge Tiffany Yar has so little respect for the Constitution. She actually hit her with an order today, or a day or two, banning her from me. Banning her from not only Warrior Project, from Dave Weigel. She is not to share. Put this down. She's not to share anything. Their birthday pictures cannot be shared with me. Not public or privately. Having me involved with her jeopardizes her losing custody. Apparently. I haven't read the documents yet. This is the latest update. It's hard for Cindy to trust anything. You know? She really does trust me. She's seen, she gets it, she's smart. She gets it. But there's fits and starts. This is so alternative, radical, necessary, but untested, uncharted territory. That is scary. It's confronting your abuser and exposing them and standing strong in front of the First Amendment and your rights, and be willing to suffer short-term pain for long-term solution. Some people They may have their custody cut a little bit, all right? But if the math truly is, and this you have to answer yourself, if the math truly is, you could look yourself in the mirror and say, no. All right, this is going to resolve in the next 2 or 3 years, 4 years on its own. Or if nothing's done, you know, it's a lifelong thing for these kids. If you're not ready to go there, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. You're not getting us. This has been a big reveal. I've never done an hour and 18 minutes. This is more of a different thing. I'm hoping this could be something that people just put on right before they go to bed. And hopefully they're already asleep by now and catching this on the rerun and catching the tail end of it. I'm promising, I'm hoping to finish strong. There's a lot of reveals, touched on quite a few, people. But more importantly, the purpose, the insights about what's really going on. I'm just trying to, at every turn, is that bullshit? Is that bullshit? Is that fake? Is that bullshit? And just managing it that way is making sure it's not. Like, if there's something really for me to be, am I sorry for calling people, out and use fucking shitty words to describe them after they've thrown fucking shit in my fucking mouth? Yeah, I kind of stand up for myself. That's what I do. You hit me, I hit you back harder. It's kind of what I do. So after you get hit back hard, you can't forget you hit me first, right? There's facts. So a lot of people just think, fuck facts. Fuck your facts, Dave Weigel. Facts are what I say they are. Facts are, I'm going to repeat my story so many more times than you, Dave Weigel. Fact is, I'm willing to go lower than you'll ever go, Dave Weigel. I'm willing to never stop just being an obsession, my whole life. Or who knows what they're willing, And what's the source of this hatred? Write that down. Write it out. I hate Dave Weigel because, see how much shit you can write that's true, that can be tested, validated. Not to your friends. That's not what an audit is. This is weird. It's an honor. At this point, I know the only people that are still listening to me right now get it. They want me to lead. They want a leader. They understand the value that it brings to them. A lot of really, really great people are stepping up in a big way. Frank Lococo has been just run out. It's not easy work, people, that not too many people are signing up for to stick up for anybody. To stick up for anybody on the internet, especially known trolls. That is, oh shit, I don't think I can actually get around the corner here, can I? For him to be standing up the way he is and just taking such a leadership role. Holy shit, I gotta turn on the light here. It's fucking amazing. It's hard to, shit. Oh, I'm back. It's hard to, good, put into words, my level of appreciation for that kind of true gift. I mean, it's Frank Lococo's loyalty is shit. That's he owns that. That's him. That's him. I'm the recipient of it. You know, he's that good of a guy, and in crisis times, character is shown, and this is his character. He's taking hits for me, and he's, you know, stepping up because he believes in the project. He believes in my leadership. You know, there's no. Frank's a smart guy. If I was a schmuck, he wouldn't be behind me. You know, Frank's a smart enough guy. Again, know his strengths and know his weaknesses. We all have them. And Frank understands how to change the world the way he works, and respects, as I respect him, on how each one of us do what we can, do what we think is the next right thing. But that's what this project has produced, which I'm really proud of, is the opportunity for Frank Lococo to be recognized, hopefully in a big enough way. Yeah, we'll pull this clip out and make it its own so it's not part of a 2-hour thing. It should be talked about. That kind of behavior, that's wall of fame behavior. Man, I walked out freaking ways, man. For those people who want to know, I purposely locked the door to the hotel room so the kids were going to sleep, but the door wouldn't lock, doesn't have a handle. And I thought I only had to pass one other little hut area, but it was about 7, so I'm walking back to my room from the front door. For those that were wondering. Where was I? That's a problem. I don't know. I just think the most value that I can give everybody listening to this voice is assurance. Why? Why are we going to continue to trust you, Dave? How come all these things coming out? When am I going to find out? Oh shit, Dave really did do this. All right, Dave, this is something that Dave has hidden from us. This changes the story. No. Dave Weigel is not, this is not the guy he, you know, people think he is. That's never going to happen. I'll say it right now. It's never, ever going to happen. People are going to know I'm the dick who smokes in a no-smoking eco lodge in Latin America. There, I gave you a hint. Yeah. I did say before that I am prepared to take this war to the next level. And when I say war, let me again reiterate on the very principle, to really understand, this is the level I need you guys to understand, is that would just absolutely destroy every single thing that I've worked so hard for. If it turned into violence, then what the hell did all of this matter? You can do violence without anything. Pick up a gun, go do violence. There, you just made a decision. You don't need 15,000 hours for that. So trust that. You want to know what to trust? That sounds like a pretty smart, diligent, due diligence top 5 question. I'm a big proponent of people understand how I think. I think like Jean-Marie Evrard, who's a former portfolio manager of the First Eagle Global Fund, he said some of the most profound words to me ever. And I've been following it before I heard him actually crystallize it. And he just says every single complex situation can be boiled down to the 3 to 4 to 5 most important questions. Not things to say, not data analytics, not AI. 3 to 5 most important questions that you have to have answered right, accurately. Not in the way that makes you feel the best. You have to answer 3 to 5 of the most important questions. There are, I mean, look at the cohesion between the 3 to 5 minute, I think, genius of our mission. Certainly everyone's doing it. It's taken off, and it's made a difference already. There's genius in simplicity. The mind is drawn to complexity. I'm sorry, but everybody's still going after this constitutional this and law that. I mean, somebody just crystallized it before, another, phenomenal statement, just saying anyone who's still just right now trying to change the system from within the system, it's too early. We're on our way, but it's too early still. We're going to need these people later, and it's great that they're there now. But they have to respect that there's work we have to do too. You don't rebuild the mafia from within the mafia. One or two good guys in the mafia coming forward and saying, hey guys, we really should stop this. We're robbing people. Every single thing that you have committed yourself to principle-wise in life is bad. No, the law is not in charge, people. The Constitution is not in charge. It's a different power struggle. It's a different game that needs to be played a different way. And our successes are data. Okay, so we need to be grown-ups. Everyone should just be following what works. Period. If it has not worked 1,000 times before, to your knowledge, or lack of wanting to look, that's not a good bet right now. So certainly knowing that another method is producing success in your same sphere. Okay? The kids that are in harm don't want to hear about your dislike of Dave Weigel. They want out of harm's way. As adults, parents, I think we have an obligation to do that. That's what this mission's about. That's what I'm about. And people, you're just going to have to, I don't know. We don't have a solution for the trolls yet. I think we're on the right path. We're going to stay forward. We're certainly not going to remove the truth that exists on the wall of shame and the wall of fame.